Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys having an amazing day. Um, that's how I introduce myself to my YouTube, is that I hope everybody has an amazing day. But there is some occasions, like maybe right now for you guys, or maybe it's coming, or you guys are afraid. A lot of reasons people click on these videos because it's so the fear of a lot of people, and when it comes to pregnancy, especially in the first early weeks of pregnancy, is always a very scary time, scary moment for a lot of women, and I understand completely. I've been there. I was one day there, and I feel like I'm just gonna come up here and tell you guys my story. And it's very difficult for me to tell you guys what really happened, to go in every detail of what happened. It's hard because, we don't want to remember those times, but then again, it's a very good, for women that have never been through it, and it's just very good to talk about it, because in general it's very good to talk about things, to make sure you don't have them inside, and you can't take them out. But I'm happy that everything is working out for me right now. But I was in that same shoes, as you probably, I don't know, but I was in that shoes. I'm gonna tell you guys my story, my experience. It's not gonna be the same experience as you. It's probably not gonna be the same thing that you're going through or gonna go through. It's not, because every woman, every body, like I've always said in every single video, every woman have different bodies and different system, and everything works different in every single bodies everywhere. Even for men, works different. Everything works different. So I'm gonna tell you guys my personal story. This goes really deep in me, so I'm gonna tell you guys every detailed, and just make sure what to expect during these hard times. Let me just wait until my toddler gets out, closes the door. Okay. Sorry about that. But that's my 3-year-old. So he just goes in and on and in all the time. But this is a very delicate video that I was just gonna do it by myself, but he's always in them. So let's see. It was around June 2020. It was June. I believe it was like around June, the beginning of June, like June 5th, somewhere around beginning of June. So the first few things that I've seen, that I was looking at, is that my first few weeks, my HCG levels were not rising like they were supposed to, like they're supposed to rise. And so I always went to the clinic every 2 days to test my HCG levels. And so my doctor always called me for them and the results. And she would always say, like, so sorry, your HCG levels are just going lower and lower. And so it was at that point that I said, oh my gosh, like, this is not gonna go good. But before she did my HCG levels, the reason I knew I was having a miscarriage was because 2 weeks prior, or like 1 week prior to that, I say about a few days prior this occasion that happened, this incident, this HCG levels thing, I had I found out I was pregnant around June 5th or around June 6th. I don't really remember, but let's just say it was around June 5th that I found out I was pregnant. So after that happened, maybe like 2 or 3 days later, or 4 days later, I had this pain. It was a severe pain, like if I was about to give birth. Like that type of pain I felt. For you women that never had given birth before and you're having a miscarriage, the pain that I was feeling, let me just get him up a little bit. Okay. The pain, this is my my 1-year-old Abraham. The pain that I was feeling was very, very painful. It was very painful. It was the bottom of my abdomen, okay, and the lower back were hurting so much. It was a pain that I just couldn't handle anymore. Although I did have to handle it, because in my occasion, I was a teen. I'm still a teen. It was my 3rd pregnancy, and so I've never experienced this, so I didn't know what to think. But inside of me said something was not right. Something was not, going into the right place, basically. And when I had those pains and symptoms and just a bunch of pain at all, hard trouble, it was painful. I had to go through it by myself in my bed. I was, holding it there. It was very painful. And after that day, I've always spotted all the time. Maybe 2 days just spotting, and then with that pain also, and just spotting, and just with that pain. And what I mean by spotting, it was just some drops, basically. Okay, it wasn't a heavy. Yet it was not. So maybe after 2 days of just having pain and some spotting, I never thought nothing of it, because there's some normal in spotting in pregnancy that usually when you're implantation bleeding, you spot, just a bunch of it can happen, basically, the bleeding and stuff. It can happen in early pregnancy. But it's also something to be worried about at the same time. But then at the same time, you don't really have to be worried about it, because it's something that can be normal too. So after I was spotting, maybe 3 days later, or 2 days later after that happened, I was bleeding heavily now. This is heavy now. I was bleeding very, very heavy, and clots, were going by. It was a very, it just felt like a period, basically. With that cramping, like a heavy period, just basically felt like that. But then I knew I was pregnant, so I knew exactly what was going on into my body. I knew it was a miscarriage because I was pregnant, and because of that, it was happening, everything like that. After that happened, it just continuously I continuously bled for about approximately 2 weeks in total. I should say 2 weeks in total. And that was when I went about 4 times to my doctor to do HCG levels, and basically she told me that was reducing. It wasn't increasing. So usually what you want to see in a healthy pregnancy, healthy, everything, is that your HCG levels are gonna go up, okay? They're gonna triple, double, always go up, always. And that indicates that everything is going well in your pregnancy. So if your HCG levels are going downwards, it's because everything is not going good. So for me, nothing was going good at that moment. Everything was going downhill. My levels were going downhill. And so then afterwards, I just kind of, sat there, and I did cry. It was a very dramatic and just a very, very sad moment for me. Because although I didn't know, my little baby, although I never saw it, although I've never carried it, although I've never, felt it with my hands, or give him a kiss, or sleep him, or whatnot, I always feel sad about it, because it's just an experience that you won't forget. It's like an experience, what could it be like? What would you imagine it to be? How would he look, or she look? It's just so many thoughts that go into my head, and that went into my head, and then everything. But then at the end of the day, God is so good. He's so powerful. Everything that he does is a good timing. and I've never really realized it in that moment. I've never really seen it like that because it was hard, you know. It was hard going through that kind of stuff. And sometimes you never think there's a light in the end of the tunnel. You never think that, but there is one, and it's just so amazing. And if you're having a miscarriage right now, or they're doing a DNC, or maybe you the heartbeat wasn't there, you know, there's just gonna be a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff could go wrong. But if you're going through that right now, you know, my deepest, like, I'm so sorry, because it's just so, like, nobody imagines how it is when they have never had one. So I know exactly what you're going through, and you know, my deepest, you know, sorry, and everything's gonna go better for you. And don't never give up. If you're TTC, you know, trying to conceive, TTC, everything will go better. Okay, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Always keep praying. Always keep shining. Be with your head up. Everything's gonna go well. And I hope, you know, I wish somebody would tell me these words at that moment, because although this baby, you know, it was a surprise, we loved it since day one. You know what I mean? It is just so amazing how little things that you've never seen could actually impact you so much, like this little baby did. Like I said, guys, everything's gonna go well. It might not sound like it's gonna go well, but I'm pretty sure it will go well, because everything goes well in every way. So you know, keep trying. I have made videos of like TTC. I have made videos of how to conceive, or how, you know, stuff like that. And I've always said, you know, that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta keep walking, keep trying, keep going, never put your head up. Alright, guys, that's gonna be the end. That's gonna wrap up the video. And you know, we're blessed right now. We're absolutely blessed, because we're gonna have a rainbow baby coming soon. And so we're always blessed, you know. Every time we are grateful for everything that has happened in our lives. We are beyond excited, and just everything is going amazing. So it will go amazing to you, baby does to you. And again, I'm so sorry if you were watching this video because you had a miscarriage, or going through one. I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I hope you guys had a lovely evening or morning, whatever it was. Everything's gonna go better. Alright, guys, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoy, and like always, God bless. Do what you do. Alright, guys, bye.